Okay, Algebra 1, here we go. So this is the week something 8, 7, 8, I think week 8 video. We're going to be solving systems of equations by elimination. So if you look at the assignment names, elimination. Okay, and then we'll also talk about, different numbers of solutions an equation can have. And don't just say to me, Mr. Field, it's Monday night, I'm not ready for the quiz. Can I have another day? Because what I've said to people is, did I not answer all your red questions? Because you didn't let me know. You just said, can I have another day? And the answer is no, you cannot. So put the red questions in the organizer so you don't struggle and get to Monday night and get all flustered. So what is the result of subtracting the second equation from the first? All right, so here's the thing. When we have two equations, there's one thing that we have not done yet that is a very powerful tool, and it's called, you can add equations together. You have equation 1, you have equation 2, you can add them together. All right, that is I don't know who was the first mathematician to have that idea, but it's pretty nifty grifty. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to put a line there. We're going to make this an addition problem. And we're going to just combine the like terms between the two equations. So what is -3 plus -3? That is -6. What is 2 plus -2? Oh, that's 0. So these terms cancel out. And what's 7 plus 4? I think it's 11. So the answer to this question is -6x plus 11. And the winner is, oh, all right. 4y equals 3. Well, no. Let's go ahead. Let me, okay. Oh, they said subtract. Okay. So let's just go ahead and subtract. You see, but I had my little pity party for a second there, but I'm going to be okay. All right. All right. So we are just, you got to read. Come on, guys. You really have to read the directions. It says subtract. So we can also, this is a great time to tell you that we can also subtract the two equations. Okay, so what does that look like? Well, we're going to, like you see here, we're just going to subtract the whole thing. Now, the one thing that they don't do that I always do is I rewrite my subtractions. Rewrite subtraction as plus a negative. Or you can just think of it, we're going to change the signs here. So we are going to rewrite the top as all the same. And then we're going to take and rewrite the bottom, but instead of -3x, it's going to be positive. Instead of -2y, it's going to be positive. Instead of 4, it's going to be -4. So I just change all the signs on the second term. Then I can add them together. I like that much better. Okay, so now it's the x's that cancel. What's 2 plus 2? Hopefully that's 4. And then 7 plus -4 is 3. Okay. Come on, Mr. Field. I think that's the answer I saw. That's the answer. Woo! All right. Do another one. Okay. Aha. It says subtracting again. Watch me. I will not be denied. Okay. So when I subtract, like I said, I'm going to change the signs on the second equation. So it's going to be a positive 8x and a positive y and a -6. And then that way I can add. I like adding better. So it's going to be 9, 1 plus 8, and then this would be -3 plus 1 is -2. And this time the constants cancel. All right. 9x minus 2y equals 0. Yeah. All right. There we go. Let's move along. Move along. Okay. So when we do elimination, what we can do is we can combine the equations. All right. That's why that's the first assignment. So notice that between these two equations, the y terms are opposites. So I'm going to start solving this by adding them together. That is the first step. And when I do that, bam, those cancel. And then what's 9 plus 7? 16. And then what's -5? -80. All right. And then what is that? Tired at midnight. 80 divided by 16 is 5. Okay. Don't use your calculator. 5. So now we got the x value. Now we want the y value, as you can see. Thank you, Khan Academy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick either equation. Let's pick the second one. Then I'm going to rewrite it. 8y plus 7x equals -75. But I know that x equals 5. So I'm going to rewrite it again. But I'm not going to write x this time because I know what the value is. It's 5. So now I only have one variable, and that's the point. So now let's solve that. It's going to be 35. And put my variables on the left and the numbers on the right. Switch the sign of 35, and that's going to be -110. Is that right? So what is 110 divided by 8? Please be a whole number. Please be a whole number. 13.75. Okay, that works. 13.75. So let's see. Did Mr. Field get this right? 5. 13.7. Oh no! I'm getting. Oh man! -5. -5. Does everyone see that? Does everyone see Mr. Field missed a negative? You know, it happens to the best of us. -8. So yeah. So it's a -5. So why is it a -5? It's clearly a -5. Look, I divided. Should never use that calculator. -5, and then it becomes a -5, and this is a negative. That makes this a positive. That does make that 40, and that makes that, you know, oh, -40, and that makes that -5. Oh, goodness. All right. Whatever. No one is a failure who stops trying. Boom. Got it. See the star? All right. So now I would do another one of those, but I'm really going to do another one of those just with a step right before. I'm going to get this one right. All right. So this is a system of equations with elimination challenge. Okay. So 7y plus 10x equals -11. 4y minus 3x equals -15. All right. So I can't just add them together yet. Why? The reason is because nothing would cancel. All right. So I'm going to use the same idea that I would use with common denominators. Least common multiples, right? So like, 3 and 4. What's the LCM of 3 and 4? Hopefully you know it's 12, right? Multiply 3 times 4, you get 12. Multiply 4 times 3, you get 12. That's the common denominator, the L's, the least common multiple. So I'm going to look at these X's here. I see that they're already opposite, positive and negative there, opposite signs, but 3 and 10 are not the same number. But if I just multiply 3 by, get it to be 10, but I could multiply this equation by 10, and I could multiply this equation by 3. Call that the old switcheroo. You see, because now 3 times 10 is 30, right? And 10 times 3 is 30. Negative, okay, negative 3. And then they would be opposites. But you can't just multiply the one. You have to multiply everything. So that would make this top equation 21y plus 30x equals 3 times negative 33. And then the bottom equation would be 40y negative 30x negative 150. And now I can combine the equations. X's will cancel and I will get 61y. What is that? Negative 183. Okay, I think we are in good shape. I think Mr. Field does have it. Was that 3? It's 3 already. Negative 3. Okay, so now I'm going to substitute negative 3 in. We choose this bottom equation for y. So 4 times negative 3 minus 3x equals negative 15. That's an A. That's my example. Equals negative 15. And then put my variables on the left, my numbers on the right. Switch the sign of that 12. That's going to be negative 3. Negative 3x. And negative 3x equals negative 3. X must equal positive. All right. Come on. Come on. Let me make my students proud here, or at least less frustrated. Hey! I got it. All right. Okay. So now, graphically. Okay. So let me just give you this little organizer for the graphically. There are 3 examples. Either your lines cross, they intersect, and that's called one solution. Or you could have what I like to call parallel lines. So these are intersecting, but also the lines could be parallel, like these bad boys here. And so that's called no solution. And then, of course, the lines could be multiples of themselves, same line. That is infinite solutions. All right. So let's see what we got here. We're just going to graph these, and they're either going to be intersecting, parallel, or the exact same. I'm going to graph these kind of quick. It's both in standard form. So the x-intercept of the first one, divide negative 6 by 2, and you get 3. I mean negative 3. All right. Divide negative 6 by 3, and you get negative 2. All right. Now this 12 divided by negative 12 divided by 3 is 4. And negative 12 divided by negative 4 is positive 3. Oh, parallel lines, no solution. Are you kidding me? All right. Where did I make a mistake? Okay. See, now I got that blue line and I got that, but I missed a one again. It's -4. You see, this is going to be a good ed puzzle video because I will be pausing it and putting the questions in there. So now that they're intersecting, there's exactly one solution. Ta-da! All right, and the last thing is, so if you solve the system and you get an answer, y = 1, x = 2, and that's because there's one solution. But if the variables cancel out, so variables both cancel, then you're going to be left with only the numbers. And so if you get something like 1 = 0, that's no solution. And if you get something like 2 = 2, that's infinite solutions. All right. So there's 1, 2, 3. So, we're just going to solve the system. That's all we can do. And then we'll see what happens. So this is a great last question to do. And see if I get it wrong. All right. But anyway, this is good because we have standard and we have slope intercept. And take that slope intercept. We're going to substitute it in for y. So now we get 2 times 2x plus 6 equals 4x plus 6. And then we go distribute that. And you see that I have 4x on both sides. So what's going to happen is those variable terms are just going to cancel out. And I'm left with 12 = 6. But I know that 12 does not equal 6. A first grader and a 7th grader, very different people most of the time. So that's not equal. So we're going to say no solution. Yes, okay. What I end on a high note. All right, guys. So complete all the assignments. And if you get one wrong, like old Mr. Field here, don't sweat it. Just put it in the organizer. If you figured out your mistake, put it in the yellow section. If you can't figure out your mistake, put it in the red section. But don't email me on Monday night saying I'm struggling and I'm not ready for the quiz. I'll just say, hey, what happened on Thursday, Friday, and Monday? Did you ask all your questions? You had like 3 hours to ask questions outside of the time that you practiced. And if you use that effectively, you will be more than ready for every quiz we have this year. Bye, guys.